Hi there. Welcome. Come on in and get yourself nice and comfortable. I'm sorry that we woke you a little early, but our reasons for doing so should become very clear quite soon. As far as the machines know, you're still sleeping. You're still in the queue. And in the next 45 minutes or so, they're planning on waking you up and giving you an assignment. And in many ways, that is still going to happen. But hopefully, when it does, you'll also be ready to complete an assignment for us. And I'm going to begin by checking that you're absolutely the right person for the job. I don't use the same methods as the machines. Cold, unfeeling, zero intuition, cold, hard facts, algorithms, neural profiling. My methods are, well, obsolete, unquantifiable, and, well, that sounds less than ideal. It's very, very difficult for a machine to replicate it. Let me show you what I mean. We begin by going back hundreds of years to the study of the skull, the shape of it, the size of it, and what it tells us about our character, our characteristics, how we're likely to behave, what we're likely to do. If, for example, we are useful for assignments, and then to see how the assignment will go. A little palmistry. Looking at all these lines, just to double check my calculations. Here's how we're going to achieve it. I am going to take some measurements of your head using these calipers. Don't worry, it doesn't hurt. It's simply for the sake of measurements. It's like that. I may use my trusty tape measure as well. Might have a little feel around your head as well. Is that okay? Thank you. Once I've had a look at a few key areas, I'll then move on to the hand. I'd like you to use your dominant hand, please, and I will show you which lines we're going to look at. I'll draw on mine so that you can see exactly what I'm looking at. And if it all checks out, I'll give you that assignment. And we'll take it from there. There's no need for specifics at this point. Am I okay to touch your head? Thank you. It won't be painful at all. I'm going to start with this part here, this frontal lobe area. What I'm looking for is planning, strategy. Will start to give me an idea of how well you'll be able to work out your assignment. May I touch? Thank you. As well as measuring, we also look for bumps, ridges, things like that. particularly interested in smooth or vanity. There's no need to be vain here. The shapes don't lie. Wonderful. Measurements here. Is that okay? Here we go. Trusty tape measure. I moved that then, apologies. It's better. The side. Would you say you're logical? Would you say you find planning quite easy? If I were to ask you to come up with a strategy as to how you will do these two assignments in parallel, would that be something you could work on? Next, I'm going to look at these areas here. Take a look. Spatial awareness is what I'm looking for. While I measure, tell me what you really think about the machines. Whilst we're on the subject of spatial awareness, how do you feel about being in confined spaces? If you suddenly found yourself in a tunnel, for instance, in a small crawl space, in an area where you had to decide if you could indeed even fit. May I touch? Thank you. Similarly, if you had to choose your fastest escape route, would you be able to? That split-second decision-making, that ability to look and say, that's the best way out, that door there. Your head tells me that you can. Next, up here. Looks at your ability to adapt. Start by touching, is that okay? Thank you. See if I have a little feel around here before. Just a little further back this time. Wow, this is suggesting a superb ability to adapt. Would you say that you're adaptable? about all different kinds of situations. Would you say that if you had to think on your feet, that would be something that you would relish? I see. The pseudo-science rarely lies. Well, it's not steered me wrong just yet. And it's certainly not something the machines can predict. Let me take a quick measurement of that. Is that okay? We were right to choose you. Don't worry, we're keeping an eye on the time. As soon as you need to return to that sleep pod, we'll let you know. But how are you feeling? The science is saying that you're the right person for this assignment. Would you agree? I know it's still probably a little early. Next, I'm going right behind the ears. This side. This side. Very far back. This time. Here. This has to do with secrecy. Secretiveness on your part. I'm going to feel here. Is that okay? If this part is uncomfortable, tell me and I'll stop. I can just take measurements if I need to. However, there's nothing quite like a tactile confirmation. You should be so proud. Well, that is larger than I thought. Are you good at keeping secrets? If somebody asked you to keep a secret, could you? Somebody gave you official secrets. Could you keep them? There will be some thought needed for this assignment. It's no smash and grab. We'll talk later about the fact that there is an element, a small element, of danger. But I don't think you'll be fazed by that at all. Last one. Where are we going now? We're still beneath the ears, but we are low down. Low down. We're going to talk about, may I? Your propensity for destructiveness. I will be upfront and honest at the end of this assignment. There will be a lot of destruction, but so many people will be glad of it. The only ones that need to worry are the machines. And let's face it, it's about time. I've had a machine That would have been odd if you'd said yes. This may not look like an awful lot to you, but it looks like an appetite for destruction to me. Let's take a look. Oh, it's like we saved the best measurement for last. I do love a good uprising. Look at that. Superb. So you're good at planning. This we know. You're good at adapting. Your spatial awareness is good. You can keep secrets. And if you need to, well, the machines will find out soon enough. Happy? Please don't worry, we will support you every single step of the way. You won't be on your own. But you may well be our biggest hero. So, dominant hand, the one that you write with, please. Hold it up for me. Show me the palm of your hand. Okay. We're going to look at 4 lines and 2 areas. And I'll show you on my hand which we're going to look at. We're going to start with your head. I'm no longer interested in bumps and ridges and measurements. I'm interested in what the palmistry tells me. Your head line is here. There. And this is going to tell me so much about you, about your thought processes, about how they work. Hold up your hand. There, let me draw. Are they the same? This tells me that you have great clarity in your thought process and that you like to think things through. You sometimes overthink. Okay. Well, that may or may not come in handy, but that's certainly something that we can work with. So that's about thinking with your head. Next, we're going to look at how you think with your heart. Palm up again. Your heart line is up here. It's there. Hold up your hand here. Let me draw. This has nothing to do with health. This has everything to do with emotional strength. Are you emotionally strong? The line would suggest that when you have to be, you can be. And let's face it, after all this time with these machines, it's okay to feel a little emotional. It's the human condition, after all. I don't see any excessive emotion there, but I see an emotional person who'll help in a potential fight against the machines. You feeling it? The third line, your lifeline, it's the big one here. Take a look at this one. There is your lifeline. Try again. There. This isn't tied to how long you will live, any kind of longevity, anything like that. But it does tell me just how robust you are, just how ready for this challenge, how ready for an assignment you are. Let me draw. Hand out. Let me tell you what I love about your lifeline. I think at times you have a real zest for life. And that's something right now that is seriously lacking. Seriously lacking. So, how would you like to bring that back to everyone else? Bring that zest back. Because we've all come to realise that we have that robustness about us. It's just the zest is gone. And finally, most importantly of all perhaps, is this little line here. Your fate line. You draw mine in. There. Now mine is attached to my lifeline. Show me your hand. Some are small like this, some go all the way up the hand. Wonderful. This is to do with fate and, well, how much of your fate is controlled by others. I like the look of yours. I'm starting to think this was more than just coincidence. This was more than just us waking you up at the right time, the right person. You're really rather amazing. 2 more areas to look at, and these aren't quite so obvious. We look at Jupiter and Mercury. Jupiter is here. Mercury is here. Draw them. There. Jupiter, Mercury. There they are. Hand back out. Thank you. Jupiter is to do with the authority that you hold. Not the way you respond to authority, but how people would respond to you as an authority figure in this instance. I have to say it's looking good. It's looking very good. And Mercury, to bring it full circle, tells me about how you think. So, whilst I had a look at your head, on the outside, your hand tells me very much what's happening on the inside. The hand is telling me that you're about to do something potentially very, very good. However, time is now fleeting and it's almost time to get back into that pod and be ready to be awakened by the machines. But before you go, tell me, are you willing to accept this assignment? I can't guarantee it will be safe, and I can't guarantee that you'll come out the other side. But I promise you, it will be worth it. What do you say? Trust in some old-timey science? I had a feeling you would say that. Come with me. Let's go. We don't want to be late for the machines, do we?